be boomtown for these Redskins.
The fans love it, but I don't know. I mean, late here, the Giants are giving people heartache. They're coming back playing from behind. They're 4-2 here when they've trailed. But they never trailed the Week 3 victory over the Panthers. It was a game you saw right here on NFL Network. But the Giants are somehow getting it done. They're winning these close games. Eli Manning with 23 career fourth quarter comebacks. We talked about Peyton. Peyton has 37. That's most ever. And Eli getting it done as well. And Solomon, at some point, is this going to come back to bite this Giants football team?
I know a lot of people are thinking it. Yeah, they want the New York Giants to be perfect. And the Giants, even last year when they made their run, Perry Fewell had to use some Band-Aids to try to heal this defense. Remember, once they were healed, they got hot defensively. And at the end of the day, this defense, they do make their share of plays. Yeah, they give up a lot early, but they have Eli Manning to bail them out. And I think that has been the secret. And so they play with a great deal of confidence. Yes, they can play better defensively, I think, in all areas. But they tend to get it together late in the months of December and in January. This team has a knack for getting hot when they need to. But when you have Eli Manning, boy, they can really let some things slide early on, and they tend to get it together late in the fourth quarter because Eli Manning has been their savior. He continues to have that cool hand, and he gets it done late in ball games to save the defense.
Well, first of all, getting Chris Canty back is, I think, going to help them. He gives them an inside pressure, and that's going to help their outside rushes, too. So I think the pass rush will start to come on and be like what we thought it's going to be. Now, the cornerback position is where they're a little thin. They got a young guy, Jaron Hosley, draft choice out of Virginia Tech. I like this guy as a prospect. I think he's going to get better and better. Prince Amukamara missed all of last year, so he's an effective rookie. I think he'll improve. I'll tell you, when they played San Francisco, they had a brilliant game plan of disguising coverages. And that's what they tended to do in some of their games at the end of the last season. In those playoffs, they did a nice job of masking the coverages and helping the whole secondary. It's their weakest area. However, as Solly pointed out, you got a great quarterback. You got an offense that's explosive. I think the pass rush gets better. I think they're good enough to be there in the playoffs and win it again. I mean, they're one of the teams that you got to count. I got to say they can win it again. But, yes, the cornerback position is a weakness.
All right, guys, for more on this matchup, let's welcome in Norm Hitzges from 1310 Ticket in Dallas. And, Norm, let's start with the running back position here. DeMarco Murray, most likely, I'm assuming, out for this matchup against the Giants. So that means Felix Jones is going to carry the load again. How is Felix Jones' knee? I know he was banged up a little bit in the victory over the Panthers.
I don't think he's going to be 100%, but we're reaching the stage of the season where a whole bunch of people are not 100%. He also had a small neck sprain. The backup's Tanner is a good, dependable, but not explosive player. He'll be the other back. And Lance Dunbar, an undrafted rookie out of North Texas, though very accomplished there, will be the number 3 back and return the kickoffs. And the problem really here hasn't been the runners. The problem has the lack of line play that created holes in all but one game, and that's the Baltimore game.
Well, let's start with the good from the wideout position. And Miles Austin had 5 catches for 97 yards. It seems like he is starting to get into a rhythm after battling hamstring issues for the majority of last year.
Well, you hope so. And I say that on behalf of Cowboy fans. They hope so. Austin actually has not replicated the great year of a few years ago that resulted in the Cowboys giving him a really big new deal with a lot of money. When Romo drops back to pass, though, he has, in the regular offense, 4 excellent options. He has Austin, he has Witten, he has Bryant, and he has, I think, potentially the best receiving running back in the National Football League in Murray. When Murray came out of college, he was so far and away the best receiving running back college produced that year. It's amazing. And so Romo's got a lot of options. And he tends to pick and choose his targets based on who he thinks he can take advantage on the other side in the scheme they're playing.
Well, let me ask you about the defensive side of the ball and the talented young linebacker Sean Lee seen on crutches following the Cowboys' victory over the Panthers. Do you have an update for us on Sean Lee?
He of course, lots of players at this part of the week, as you well go guys, say, I'm going to play. We heard that from Anthony Spencer twice already this season, and he didn't play. Lee is a gamer. I think he'll try to play given the nature of this game. But the nature of this game is, in effect, the first of three huge games in a row. After the Giants game are back-to-back roadies with Atlanta and Philadelphia. This stretch will go a long way to determining exactly what the Cowboys are this season. I think Lee will play this week against the Giants, though he could be hampered. They are fortunate there, though, that in the offseason they signed Dan Connor, who's a good, solid player, and is number 3 middle linebacker, inside linebacker, in Rob Ryan's 3-4.
Big game for the Dallas Cowboys. Division game as well. Norm Hitzkitz from 1310 The Ticket joining us from Dallas when we come back on Around the League Live, delivered by